we have a reaction request. Is by none other than my viewer called Axel Out of Pocket Reviews. All right, he wants me to react to this video, Trusting the Red Ranger, Birth from a Loss by Hedge on Stage. All right, I appreciate you coming by through to the live stream, my brother. Thank you so much. All right, I don't know what this is about, but it has something to do with Power Rangers, so I'm in, of course. Before we begin, make sure you like, share, and comment the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's begin.
Let it shine, let it shine, let it
What
shine.
a wholesome family. What an unbelievable wholesome family.
Right. Uh-oh.
You'll wake the baby.
He said you wake. Oh, what the heck?
My God, this is one of the most
Yo, this is
incredible fight scenes
crazy.
there has ever been. Props to Koichi Sakamoto, props to the stunt actors, the actors.
That'll teach him to monkey around. Get it? The monkey bars.
And especially that one man
What
that
is
apparently nearly
this?
died during this.
This young Japanese something that took off of the top of the thing and he like jumped backwards and then like landed upside down on his head as a rhino on the slide.
Wow.
Flynn,
This is
get
wild.
the team together.
Aye, roger that. We're just tidying up a bit over here.
He said that's the baby.
This team is so unserious.
Alright. That's like the big version of Power Rangers, but the least.
Also, listen to the sound design.
What's going on? This can't be right. The coordinates are right where we're standing.
Power Rangers RPM is so insanely polished.
I'm going in myself.
Right.
Go back.
We're taking fire!
Ending Academy Simulation 42.
Scott,
Damn.
our Red Ranger, is a man clouded in a shadow, the shadow of his older brother. Scott struggled in training and always found himself being second place, and in some cases not even, as his father is looking for someone to become second leader to the Eagle Squadron alongside his older brother, not even looking his way.
We're flying dark.
Follow me.
Okay.
I love the way RPM handles focus episodes as they directly parallel the actual story and happening events without slowing things down. It keeps the backstory and the current plot flowing in tandem.
Doc K, downmorph the remote croc carrier Zord.
Downmorphing and launching of new remote Zord initiated.
Speaking of current plot, the Croc Carrier Zord, a Zord
Damn.
meant to be piloted without a present ranger, goes off the rails, crashing into the city's energy tower.
Apparently, I miscalculated the required energy levels needed to properly power the remote carrier.
Miscalculated, you mean,
It has happened before, you know.
The Zord needs more energy than what was initially given, meaning it needs what's called a core reactor.
You said the whole unmanned Zord thing would work.
Theoretically.
But you said we'd be needing it.
We will.
Then how do you possibly expect
Just
us?
relax, guys.
Michael
The only
Jackson's like,
person that
what?
knows the whereabouts of something like this is
I like the
Scott,
Michael
as his
Jackson
brother
picture.
once
He was
needed
like,
to
what?
power his aircraft. The plan then was to man the skies while the human population piled inside the dome before the shields were raised when the city of Corinth initially was under attack.
What's our exit plan? How do we get our birds home once the city shields are raised?
Oh.
What's the matter, little brother? You want to live forever?
What the? What does that mean? See, I don't understand that phrase. Why is he questioning his own brother wanting to make sure they come back alive?
Right.
Ew. To make matters worse, General Truman, Scott's father, tells him to stand down, not to go in with the rest of the squadron.
I
Wow.
don't take orders from you. Not anymore, sir.
Really? Then why are you saluting?
There's some layers to this. Truman is a protective father. He's not in the wrong for wanting to protect his son and keep him alive. At the same time, he's not allowing himself to trust in his son to get the job done, despite him now being Red Ranger and a key defender of the city, let alone leader of the team. Scott's plan is to go in alone to retrieve the core reactor, which is dangerous as
Forget
is,
what your
but he's
father
never
said.
been allowed to go in and do anything on his own, so how would anyone know what he can and can't handle?
Right.
Especially when he knows his own escape plan, unlike his brother in the past. It would be different if something had happened to him beforehand and he was just going in reckless, but it seems he's always been restrained when the thought of a solo plan were in order.
Sensors tracking movement.
Wow.
Blocking location.
Ugh, I was having my best dream too.
Wait, where's Scott?
Wait, what was the dream? But guys, wait, hold on. Flynn got something to say. What was the dream, bro? Scott takes off to get the reactor while the team worries about his well-being, and Dr. K plays an audio recording of Marcus dying in his plane from the Battle of Corinth. What an asshole.
Eagle 1, we are taking fire! We are taking fire!
During the Battle of Corinth, Marcus was hit by enemy fire while in fight after not properly listening to Scott's suggestions as they fought together. This is where Scott met and was picked up by Summer, and they both sped into the dome before the shields closed. In the present day, after finding the reactor, Scott gets ambushed but promptly rushed back to the dome by General Truman.
Is you waiting for a light to change? No, sir.
Oh,
aid out of fear to bring him back.
Just like in the
put
taxi.
his full trust in him.
This was reckless and dangerous. If Marcus were here.
If Marcus were here, he would have done it himself.
Realizing this, he finally allows Scott to make his own decision.
He has to be a man, bro.
Scott acts as team leader, which means he makes the call for his team. While you can stand down to the leader's actions, up to this point, he's never let anyone down and knows his ways around a situation, something his father failed to properly see until after the city had been saved again for that day.
Black, green, you are go for crop carrier sequencing.
His father's seen it.
At the end of the episode, we find that the late Marcus Truman, Scott's brother, did in fact recommend Scott to be second squad leader before he passed. The story of the Trumans is upsetting, but one that continues the theme of trust that Power Rangers RPM had holding over its premise. General Truman knew Scott could be a great leader, even as second in command, but the death of Marcus held him back from ever letting that into motion. It's heartbreaking, but gratifying knowing that while this was happening, Scott's been defending the city and world as Red Ranger piloting the Eagle Zord. Ranger Red did an amazing job at relaying the backstory of this family and setting up things to come. Ranger Operator Series Red. Helen, Emilia, Andrew, Austin, Autistic Disney, Chaco, Grill, Ian, Luke, Matthew.
Damn, that's a lot of Patreon people. Rainbow Line. Yeah, that was pretty good. I like that one. It's just that this resonate with me because I have an older brother, you know. Sometimes I feel like I'm living in his shadow, you know. And usually when I was little, my father always told me, like, why can't you be like your brother? Why can't you be like your brother? And that just get me upset every single time because the whole thing about parenting is so hard, and they forgot to realize nobody can be the same of that same person. There can only be two different people because they have two different two different journeys. No matter how they look the same, how they think the same, they have two different journeys. And I finally realized that I can never be like my brother. I can only be myself because I have a different path that I need to take. So this really resonated with me when he said, like, hey, you know, you have to follow what we have to do, but you can't be on the field because of his brother's death, because his father don't want to see his son die during the line of duty. But you sign up, but he's in the line of duty because he wants to do it, because you have to trust and believe in your child that he could make the right decisions, for real. W Hood Daddy Issues, yeah, big time, yeah, daddy, yeah, big time, man. Like people gotta realize, like, once you become a parent, you gotta, even though you try to treat the same, eventually you're gonna treat them differently, and don't make any mistakes like, hey, why can't you be like this? Because nobody can be that person except for that person, because we all got different journeys that we have to take. That's what I'm trying to say. He said that's very true. Parents need to understand what. Hold on. I'm about to. Give me 1 second. He said, not the baby. W Hood Daddy Issues said, yeah. Yeah, that's very true. Parents needs to understand that what they say to their kids always have an impact, either negative or positive. Yep, exactly, exactly. And people don't get that. They think like, hey, you got to teach them what's right and wrong. It's not all that. You have to make sure that you got to teach them like, hey, teach them to not only make the right decisions, but also learn how to be them, because they could only be them at the end of the day. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, like I said, eventually I finally realized, like I said, I can't be like my brother. I can only be me. So I have to take that different route to God knows where. I have to take that route. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, this is a very good video, man. It really touched my soul for real. I just want to give a big shout out to Hedge on Stage for creating the video, and a big shout out to Axel Out of Pockets Reviews. I appreciate you, bro. I really do appreciate this, man, for real. Thank you so much. Alright, just want to let you know, I created my first Patreon. Alright, my Patreon is now here. By the time you see this video, only 5 videos is going to be up. So we got tier number 1, got the thank you for the support for $3 a month, of course. And we also got this, Reckless Reactors. We got $5 a month, which gets you 3 days early access on the YouTube videos and voting on any type of content that you want me to react to. And then this one is to keep the content going. This one is just only for just moral support if you want to do the moral support, which I appreciate, Like I said, by the time this video comes, 5 videos already uploaded. Alright? So I just want to say I appreciate y'all and I hope that you continue the journey with me. Alright?